are Tyrians. We are many races, several professions. We practice the arts of combat as well as healing. We have foes, and we fight them without mercy. And it's time for us to claim back what is ours. It's time for us to claim back Tyria from the terror of the Elder Dragons. We can't go on living our lives in fear. We have to fight. We have to make a stand. This is our story.
All right, well, we'd like to welcome everyone to a very special Chronicles of Tyria podcast, a Guild Wars 2 podcast for fans by fans. We are excited because we have reached 50 subscribers. I'm not positive, but I think this may mark our 2-week-old anniversary.
Oh, yay!
I think we. Oh, and by the way, it's Lag here, and I'm here with Naveen.
Hi.
Can't be with us. We believe he's working tonight.
Yeah, I think he's doing overtime.
Mm.
Sorry, Dint. We waited for you.
Yeah. So we just wanted to do a thank you to all of our fans out there who helped get us to 50 subscribers. Last time I checked, we were actually at 53.
Yeah, we have 54 now.
Oh, see, look at that. Another one added into the fold here.
Thanks, number 54.
Yeah, so we just wanted to say thank you and figure we'd do a little short special episode, and we talked about it and we decided to do an in-game in Guild Wars 1 kind of get-together party to celebrate this, because we're going to have the beta coming out on Friday, and we figured why not do a little something to kind of say thank you to everyone.
Yep. So we've decided that this coming Wednesday, and that's July 18th at 8:30 p.m., and that's Eastern Time, we are going to wait for everyone who wants to join. You don't have to be part of our guild. You can be, our listeners. We want to see you and talk to you in Lion's Starch, International District number 1 by the fountain. And
we are going to be doing some trivia, maybe a few other things, and we'll be giving away in-game items in Guild Wars 1, mini pets, and maybe some gold and a handful of other things that might help you work towards your Hall of Monuments for Guild Wars 1 to help make your Guild Wars 2 experience a little bit better.
Yep. And we'll chat, we'll have fun, we'll take screenshots, we'll post them on the forums, and we'll go from there if we decide to do some questing or whatever. We're open for anything. It's a celebration to say, thank you for being our listeners, and, just the episode number 1, we're already at 456 views. That was 2 weeks ago. I think we're on the good track right now. Yep. So it's a major thank you to our listeners, and especially to those who keep commenting and coming back and asking questions, and give us some stuff for us to talk about, basically.
Yeah, and as kind of another little piece to add to this thank you podcast, I was gonna have Dint help me with this, but fortunately he can't be here, so I figured to kind of spring this little surprise thing on Naveen here and say, well, while we're here to thank everyone, why don't I do a short interview on you about why you decided to start Chronicles of Tyria in the first place?
You guys are silly.
This was so Naveen, while I've got you here,
You're sneaky.
Why don't we start off with just how you got involved with Guild Wars in the first place?
Well, Guild Wars, actually...
Or gaming in general, really.
Gaming in general? Well, that started a long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away. Called my home. No, I was very young, and I started gaming with, I think it was the Nintendo, like the first one.
Hmm.
My dad had bought it with Zelda.
Nice. Favorite game for original Nintendo?
Yeah. And yeah, I played Zelda with my dad a lot
Hmm.
until my younger sister deleted our game and we were at the last. Yeah, we were about to beat like Shadow Link or whatever.
Hmm.
And yeah, she deleted it. So I never actually got to beat the game. Come to think of it, never got to
Ah, well.
play. But yeah, I started gaming a long time ago, and I really got into MMOs. I'd say, oh my gosh. Actually, I didn't start with MMOs. Playing on a PC, the first game that I've ever played and played online with other people was Unreal Tournament.
Hmm.
And I was part of ladders, and I can't even remember the proper terms for those, but I was kicking butt. And
Nice.
but then I can't even remember what happened, and I switched to MMOs online, and I think the first game that I've played was Priston Tale. And Priston Tale is basically, you got healers, tanks, and archers, and you grind until you get to level whatever. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But now, I mean, you can think that it is not the coolest thing ever. That's the most boring MMO you could ever play. But it was addictive, in that time. And afterwards, I played EverQuest, the first
Hmm.
one,
Hmm.
but I didn't really get far because my computer broke.
Aw.
Uh, and yeah, and then I started role playing online. And that's not in games or anything. It's just, in the Yahoo chat room type deal. And
Hmm.
I met some people in there, and eventually, one of my friends said, "Oh, I just got this game, Guild Wars." And I'm like, "No way. I was looking into that game, and you got it before me without telling me, and now you're playing it, and I need to play it." So I went and bought it, and later on, they pressured me into buying factions.
Hmm.
They actually like, "Oh, Naveen, you gotta get well, you gotta go get the game," and blah, blah, blah. So I actually went, and the store was about to close, and I got factions and started playing factions there. And I was part of a guild, and one day they invited someone that I am now married to,
Hmm.
and we had a kid together, and yeah, he's affectionately called the spawn of Guild Wars because if Guild Wars wasn't there, we wouldn't have met and we wouldn't have our son today. That's about the little story about my.
Guild Wars bringing people together.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a little bit. All right. Well, I guess favorite game of all time. I know that's kind of a big question to kind of throw you on the spot, but do you have one?
If I would have a game that I could play forever, I would say that would be Final Fantasy VIII
Okay.
with Squall and all.
Yeah, yeah. Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah,
Solid game.
solid game and crappy graphics, which I thought were really cool at the time.
Are you kidding me? That opening cutscene on the beach and all that it was great.
I know.
Oh man, I remember that was what my friends used to use to like, because I was a Nintendo 64 guy and he was like a PlayStation guy,
Uh huh.
and he was like, "Check this out!" Like, oh man, this is why PlayStation's better. We have these awesome, it's like the cutscene graphics, and I was
I
like, but it
know.
doesn't look like that in the game.
No.
And I was like, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, I win. Best game ever. My favorite game, but that's.
Oh, actually, yeah, you do make a point. Oh, I
Hmm.
don't know. It's really
That's okay. I won't
because
hold
I'm
you to
really
you.
into the all the Zelda games.
Mm.
I've basically played them all, and the Final Fantasy ones also. Um,
So I
it's really
guess
hard.
RPGs would be safe to say would be your favorite genre.
Oh, definitely that and racing, as long as it's Mario
Really?
Kart.
I was gonna say, yeah. I couldn't really picture you as like a Gran Turismo,
No,
Forza Motorsports type person.
no.
So,
If it's a racing game and you have to brake, I
Mm.
don't like that game.
Okay. So yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah. Except, in Mario Kart, you actually have to brake to do that boost type thing.
Oh yeah, where you drift around the corners.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. But no, realistically, racing games, not my thing. And
All right.
sports. Ugh, I hate sports games.
Yeah, I get that. I get it. All right, so that's your gaming history. So, Chronicles of Tyria. What
Yes.
this I'm gonna call it a phenomenon. It's not really. It's just this cool community that we have. But
Yeah.
spawned a podcast and forums and inspired a bunch of people to write and put their stuff
Hmm.
on the internet for other people to read.
Yep.
Where did this idea come from?
I. This is gonna sound silly.
Oh, I'm curious because I don't even know.
Okay. This all started a few months back. It's rather. It's a young idea, I guess. But it started with me wanting to learn how to make money out of blogging.
All right.
And, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and of course, like staying home with my son, I love doing that and everything, but I also want to generate income, and everything. But later found out that, that was way too hard. And, anyways,
Yeah.
I started blogging about diabetes because I have type 1 diabetes, and I realized that blogging was fun, and that even if you're not doing it for the money, it's still very fun. So I was blogging about that, and then actually my husband and I, we weren't supposed to buy Guild Wars 2 because I have an iMac and I
Mhm.
did not want to install Windows on my iMac. Someone and my brother actually told me, "Oh, it's like you're gonna give cancer to your iMac. Why would you do that?" I'm
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, you're right." But then we were watching videos, and then people from the closed beta, they were posting videos on YouTube, and we were like, "Oh God, no, no." I mean, Guild Wars is our game. We can't not play.
Mhm.
So we bought Guild Wars, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be so great. Like, you're gonna have a story to your character, blah blah blah." And then I'm like, "Hey, wait a minute. What if I blog as my character?" And then the idea started from there. Post make a blog about your character's journey through Guild Wars. So I said, well, it's going to be like Chronicles of Tyria, the Tyria seen through the hero's eyes.
Mhm.
So that was basically it. And then ArenaNet featured it like maybe not even a month after its creation on Facebook, and that's when it got crazy because I went from like 7 page views a day to 12,000.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something real quick. So I hired, like, well, hired. Of course, like, no one's paid because if I generate 3 cents a day, that's good.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The ads on there are to pay for the hosting and everything. So I mean, it doesn't even cover it.
Mm.
Um, Yeah, so and then I said, well, okay, the website is not just going to be about your character's journals. I found this amazing thing called New Crichton. Oh my God, what is that? So I needed to learn about New Crichton, and through playing through the beta weekends and the stress tests and stuff and deciphering the signs, I came to read New Crichton, and then that was my new passion. And yeah, so basically that's it. I mean, founded Chronicles of Tyria, and then opened the forums, and that's where I met you and Dint and all the community, and made new friends, and I just love it. I love it.
Yeah. It's a great time. We got a lot of good people in there. It's going into our forum chat
Yeah.
or having helping everybody else out. Guild Wars 1, big massive get-togethers, flash mobs, etc. and Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, those were super fun.
Yeah. If you ever randomly get flash mob where a bunch of people encircle you and type and are slash crying around you, that's we started doing that in beta weekend number 2. We did it to a couple of devs. It was a good time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's gonna be our thing. We're
Yeah.
gonna go slash cry mob, flash mob devs, ArenaNet devs, and random people and
Yeah, it was
post
a
the
good time.
screenshots
Oh yeah. We'll
or
put a
make the
hope. Maybe we'll
videos.
even put a section up of us flash, slash crying devs, and we'll just have like a catalog of it on our main page or something. I
Yeah.
think that'd be pretty funny.
Uh,
So, well, now for any of you that were all interested, I know I was because I never actually found out where Chronicles of Tyria even came from. Now you know.
yep.
So,
Dun dun dun. That's true. I never told you.
no, you didn't. So I
You guys
figured
are
that was.
sneaky ones.
I had this idea for a while, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, I figured this would be a good time. Thank you to everybody and whatnot.
Uh,
So I don't think I have any more questions about Chronicles of Tyria because I think you answered all of that.
yeah.
And unless you have anything that you want to say, I think we'll just remind everybody about the upcoming event we're going to have, and then I think we'll get this to the close. First short episode we've ever done that was actually short.
I know. We keep saying, okay, this episode is gonna be short, under an hour. Yeah,
Hmm.
right.
I know.
The shortest episode is an hour and 3 minutes.
I know. Our mini cast was 15 minutes shorter than our regular, so go figure.
That's
But
crazy.
anyway, see, we're gonna ramble on. It's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Well, I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone for supporting Chronicles of Tyria, for, being part of our community, and I am so grateful and so humbled also to have, everyone with us. And, it's just going to get better in the future. We have so many things for you in store, and I'm just super excited to be here and part of this and have you guys along with me for the ride. So, thank you very, very, very much. Merci, merci, merci beaucoup à tous les écouteurs qui sont français aussi.
Oh man, we're getting some French thrown in there.
Oh yeah, because I have French followers too.
No, yeah, no, I know. We have a bunch of other French and French Canadian people on our forums as well.
Yeah. So, merci, thank you, gracias, I don't know.
If only New Crichton was a spoken language.
Yeah, I know.
But yes, and I would also like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting us. And like Naveen said, we got a lot of cool things coming up. Possibly sometime in the near future, we're going to have some merchandise, Chronicles of Tyria merchandise that'll be available for you guys to purchase, which will be cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
With our logo and maybe a couple other ideas, stuff in New Crichton. Maybe we'll take user submissions for cool stuff down the road.
Yep.
Maybe if you come up with something cool, we'll feature it as like a so and so designed this, and this will be on the next Chronicles of Tyria T-shirt or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And actually, now that I think about it, we interviewed Bridger last week, and we're gonna be interviewing Al Cardellina from Project Tyria coming up on actually tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so, if you guys are out there and you have a cool Guild Wars 2 community or some Guild Wars 2 related thing, and you like to come on our show and kind of be a guest host or something, why don't you send us an email at hosts@chroniclesoftyria.com and say, hey, I'm in the Guild Wars 2 community. I love Guild Wars. I haven't listened to your show, whatever. Here's my community. Why don't you go check out? Here's a couple of links. And, I really like this, X type of lore. Were you guys planning on doing an episode about that? And we'll say, why don't we bring you on, 2-3 weeks from now or whatever, and we'll do an interview with you and, promote your website to get, maybe some more viewers to come view you, and you can link us back. And then we'll, if you want to hang around, we can talk about lore and you guys can jump in like we did with Bridger.
Yep. That's really awesome. And also, for if you guys have a community but you're also too shy for the podcast, you can always, we can do link exchanges also on the website. So we promote you, you promote us. Follow us on Twitter, on Facebook. Everything. We're really community oriented,
Mm-hmm.
and for us, it's really important. So participate. Don't be shy. We're not. We don't
don't
bite much.
Oh boy.
We're not mean.
Yeah.
That's what I get. Sometimes we get people, oh, I'm so excited to talk to you. What? Why?
Yeah.
I'm not famous. I'm
Yeah,
not.
I know.
I'm just me. I'm Naveen. I'm okay. I'm not.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So don't be shy. Just
Right.
hit us up.
hmm So, I think with that, we'll just remind everybody again, this coming Wednesday, do we say 8 or 8:30?
I will say 8:30 because at 8 I will be putting my son in bed.
Okay, so this coming Wednesday, July 18th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Lions Arch International District 1
Yep.
by the fountain. You can join Naveen and myself and the rest of Chronicles of Tyria, our other members of our guild. If you want to, join us there and get an invite to the guild, we'll have crazy parties and,
Giveaways, screenshots.
maybe even some helping people questing and things like that if we've got
Yeah,
enough time,
sure.
split off into groups who needs to go do, as long as it's not Thunderhead Keep.
Please, not Thunderhead Keep. Every time I log in and go, Naveen, can I get help with Thunderhead? No. Oh, no, okay. I have done it 20 times already. I'm tired of following King Jalis, whatever,
Iron Hammer, yeah, yeah.
Handles them or sot. And if, by any chance, I accept and you're not infused, I will be mad.
Oh God, yes, please, if we do decide to do Thunderhead Keep, please have your armor infused.
Oh, I
Ah.
forgot to get infused. Just stay behind. I'll take care of this.
So, all right, with that, I think it's time to wrap this up because I think we just extended it for another 5-10 minutes. So
Sorry.
that's all right. So for Chronicles of Tyria podcast, the special 50 subscribers thank you episode,
Yay.
I am Lagwyn,
And I am Naveen.
and we will see you next time.
You silly!